Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Data's in Control podcast. My name is Brian Chauvet, and I'm the founder of Data's in Control. So today I wanted to start our journey, our January 2nd journey together. And I wanted to share something that I've done in the past that's really helped me get in touch with me, that really helped me open my eyes to myself. Because a lot of the times in this podcast and in other podcasts, you hear people talking about doing the work. You hear people talking about this proverbial work, and nobody really elaborates on what the hell it is. So today I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about, quote unquote, the work that I've done that's helped me reconnect myself with me, help me find myself. Because let's face it, most of the guys out there that I know have skeletons in their closet. They have this outer shell that's got it all together. Even the guy that's insanely in shape and seems to have the nice haircut and the nice car and the beautiful house, even him, he's got something going on inside of him. And, whether it's people that are alone, feeling depressed, they're hiding, they're sick, they're suffering, they're struggling, maybe they're confused or frustrated, maybe they're suicidal, maybe even addicted or dying, whatever it is. All of these feelings have one thing in common. And that one thing is I felt most of them. When we're at the bottom of our hole and we're looking up and we're thinking, how the fuck am I going to climb out of this? You have to start by taking one step at a time. Think of it as a rock climber, and he's going up the hill. He's going up a wall, and he's grabbing on one handhold, one foothold at a time. Well, that's what you have to do. And the easiest way to do this is facts. Let's face it. Facts are not right. They're not wrong. They're just facts. And when you look at a fact, it's not a lie. It's truth. So the step number one is always stop lying. But it's easier said than done. It's easy to tell someone to stop lying. But I'm not talking about just little white lies that you tell to other people or the little white lies that you play off in your life. I'm talking about stop lying to yourself. And that's much harder than it sounds. It's very difficult to do. But it takes some practice, just like everything else in life. And some of us rely on our wives to kind of start in these conversations because sometimes they ask us, hey, what are you feeling? And most of the time, we're so numb or hollow inside that we have absolutely no idea. And the crazy thing is, it's maybe that we don't know that we're feeling this way. Maybe it's that we just don't feel safe to tell our wives or our partners how we feel. And, we become perpetual liars. We say, I don't know, because it's quick and it's easy. It's painless. We don't have to confront anything when we say, I don't know. But most of the time what happens is you're just hiding something inside of you. So the step number one to start getting to know yourself and stop lying is to deal in facts, deal with truths, because they're not right or they're not wrong. So take a look at yourself and your physical self and say, how is it that I feel about myself? What are the facts? Fact is, I'm fat. Fact is, I don't feel comfortable in my skin. Or maybe I'm strong, but I'm not comfortable in my skin. Whatever that is, grab a journal and grab a pen and start writing these things down. And then you work from your physical self to your emotional self, your mental self, your spiritual self. What do you think of? And I just did it, folks. It's not what you just think of. It is, what are the facts? You see, that's how easy it is. It's that easy to go down this little slippery rabbit hole. What are the facts? What do you know about yourself, your emotional self, your spiritual self, your emotional self? Well, I am depressed. I'm hiding. I'm this. I'm that. When you get into these things, it's going to take a little bit of practice. It's going to take a little bit of exercise to do. And then you do this with your marriage, your sex life, your connection with your kids. Do this with your money. Do this with your environment around you. What do you have? All of these things. Deal in facts around all of these things in your life. So that way you can get in touch with it. And it's not an illusion anymore. Because outside we all have the illusion of having it all together. But inside, we're in a dark hole. And the fastest path to storing your life is to be all of you, is to be yourself. But you can't be all of yourself unless you're dealing in facts, unless you really know who you are, unless you really get in touch with who you are. And once you get all of this stuff out on paper, once you get all of this stuff out of you, and once you can look at it and review it and connect with it, then you can start looking at the facts and making the changes. You can start developing a game plan. You can start strategizing how to change. But the step one is you have to do this, and you have to accept yourself for who you are. And it took me a long time to accept me. Self-consciously and subconsciously, we say all of these things to ourselves and we feel all of these things, but we may not be in touch with these things. We may not know all of these feelings that we're harboring inside of ourselves. These are lies of omission. We don't tell ourselves, we don't share these feelings, and we're omitting these things and we're just letting them be. So we have to get them out of us. We have to deal with all of these deep down thoughts and these deep down feelings and these deep down facts, because they're not right and they're not wrong. And let's face it, sometimes when people come up to you and say, hey, you look fat in that shirt, or maybe you look in the mirror, if you're a fan of the David Goggins book, he talks about the accountability mirror. Well, maybe you look in the mirror and you see yourself, and the truth of the matter is you're fat, you're overweight, or you're not happy or comfortable in your skin, or maybe you're broke and it's weighing on your shoulders, or whatever it is. You have to be real. You have to really get in touch with these feelings. And once you do that, write down your thoughts, write down these facts, because if you suppress them, you're going to sedate to hide them. You're going to drink. You're going to play video games. You're going to masturbate. You're going to look at porn. You're going to do all of these other things to avoid feeling these emotions, to escape reality. And as we escape reality, as we do these things, maybe you hop on Instagram and maybe you hop on Facebook, and all of the pictures that we take in this world, all of these pictures that we do, we edit and we put little filters on and we change all these things. So nothing is real. None of these pictures that you're seeing is real. Nobody out there has these amazing shots, and these influencers are all doing the same thing. They all edit their pictures, and as they edit their pictures, they alter their reality. And as they alter their reality, we all buy into it. So folks, what I'm asking you to do is get in touch with your reality. Get in touch with your current self. Figure out what your capacities are in life so that you can expand on these capacities, so that you can improve your situation, so that you can become more connected with yourself. And then you can share these feelings with your wife. You can share and create connections with your kids, and you can teach your kids, and you can learn with them and show them how to be better versions of themselves. But it all starts with you. So I challenge you. Start looking at the facts of you. What is it? What are the facts of you physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, relationally, and environmentally? What are the facts? They're not right. They're not wrong. They're the facts. I said this before on this, and I heard this from another podcast, but this saying is something that I absolutely connect with, something that I absolutely love, is the definition of hell is being on your deathbed and meeting your potential self, the you that you could have been. That would be my definition of hell anyway. And I feel like, folks, if you don't start doing this now, I'm in my late 30s. When are you going to start? When are you going to do this? There's no tomorrow. Nobody's coming to save you. There is no fancy rescue ship. You can't rely on your wife, because most of these feelings that you're going to try to uncover in this, most of these facts are so deep down inside of you that she may not even know. Your partners may not even know. So this is something you have to take some time away. You have to be in solitude. You have to be away from the kids, away from your phone, away from everyone. If you have to do it, don't do it on your computer. Do it in a journal so that you're physically writing this out, so there's no distractions. And give yourself permission to get in touch with you, because you matter, because you're not alone. And this is the work. This is the foundations. This is the building blocks to get to the better you. This is the starting point. And once you do this, you're going to start to feel better. You're going to start feeling like wow, there's a weight lifted off your shoulder. And you're going to start gaining certainty and confidence because you know who you are, you know where you're going, and you know what you have to do to become better. You know all of the fears. Bring all of this stuff out of you. Get it out. It'll make you feel lighter. And that's it, guys. That's the podcast for today. That's the episode. If this is a conversation that you want to continue, if you want to learn more about regaining control, retaking control of your life, join our free Facebook group. Head on over to dadisincontrol.com. Click the button to join the free Facebook group. It's that easy. And make sure you head on over to iTunes and rate and review this podcast. Please. It goes a long way for delivering our message to other men that would benefit from hearing it. And that's it, guys. So, until next time, we'll see you on the inside of the group.